Is there love in the room? Is there love in the room? What about black love? Beautiful people, my name is Major. Somebody know me. That's cool. With every bit of love that you have in you, I need y'all to make some noise and welcome my friends, the creators of Black Love, Tommy and Cody Oliver. Don't they look good? Y'all look good.
I have on a mic. Is it working?
Give me a sweatshirt. I want a sweatshirt.
Yes, you can have one.
Hey, friends, I want a sweatshirt.
I was about to grab yours.
Is her mic on?
You can't do that. That doesn't. Is this working?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Tommy, test.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you guys so much for being here. Like, you're the reason that we do this. And I just wanted to say thank you to Major because we met.
What up, Michelle?
We met, like, what, 2 years ago now? Barely that. Like, we met one day, randomly, someone introduced us for something not related to Black Love.
Yeah.
And we talked about the fact that, like, I was looking for, like, the Black Love song.
And let me tell you how it went, beautiful people. You want to know?
Yes.
This is how it went. So I'm sitting in the room. There's Tommy. There's Cody. And Major says, I want you to hear something.
Yes,
They said, let us hear something. I pressed play. First verse came, and then it hit to a hook. It got to a hook. It said, my life is better with you in it. Hey, my world is better with you in it. Hey, y'all know it. Somebody knows it. Somebody knows it. And then they said, you know what, sold. We're going to use it for this season. It was season 2, right? Season 2.
I want to be really clear. That's literally exactly what I was like. That's
You're
it.
welcome.
That's it. Tommy and I both.
Absolutely.
We were like, that's it.
So welcome.
And then when it came to season 3.
Came to season 3, I had another one. I'm like, don't bless a Negro unless you're ready to bless him again. So then I let them hear this other song, and it says, you're gonna love me. A mi amor, love me. Y por favor, because you love me. I'm gonna love you till the sun burns up. Oh, somebody bought the record. Or you watch Black Love. Yeah, it could be that. But then she didn't stop there, because I told you bless a Negro, he coming back for more. I had this song that says, I want to love you forever, forever and ever and always. You have my love. Hey, hey, yeah. I want to love you forever, forever and ever and always.
So
I won't give up.
That song's brand new.
Hey. So give it up for my friends for letting me be in their show. Beautiful people, make some noise for Black Love. My name is Major, and I approve that message.
Okay. All right, y'all. Thank you again so much for being here. I want to get right to introducing our couples. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, let's start with 17 years married.
17?
17 years
17?
married. 22 years together. Dondre and Salli Whitfield, Richardson Whitfield. All those names.
Hello.
Yes, thank you. Okay, and 15 years married, like 100 years together, because they were together as, 8th graders. Kev and Melissa, folks call them Kev on stage. Yes. Okay. So a little bit of the rundown of what all of this is about, right? So this show is so much more than entertainment. We created the show because we were engaged, and we started talking about it after we had known each other for like a month, and we got engaged after 6 months. So we
You
were.
asked me to move in after 3 months.
And I suggested that he move in to save money. And so, we started.
Whatever you tell yourself.
Yes, we started doing these interviews and we were engaged. Like, it's a very personal journey because we wanted to have like marital examples in our world. And so this was like our selfish way to sit married people down and ask them questions about their lives.
Genius. Pretty much.
And so as such, we felt like we weren't the only ones that needed that. And so it has been a personal journey because we started this as an engaged couple, kind of like guessing what mattered, like, hey, how does this work? And is there such thing as a 7-year itch? And then we became we got married, and then we got pregnant. And so that's like a phase, right? And then we had a kid, and that's a whole new phase. And then we got pregnant with twins, which it's been, yeah.
And then you had twins.
Yes, and then we had twins last November, so they're going to be a year next week. Wow.
And while doing all that, we made 3 seasons of Black Love.
Yes. And so this show has evolved as our relationship has evolved. Like, the questions, like the things that we are curious about just change as we go into these phases. And what I said to them backstage is that this is going to be one of the most challenging conversations for me, because this year, having had these twins a year ago, has just been such a time of transformation. And we were shaping the episode, we did these 2 interviews after I had the kids. And so for me, while we were shaping these episodes, it was just a time of watching, you hopefully saw the first half of season 3, watching all of our couples, but especially these 2 say things, and I'm watching them say it over and over and over again, trying to make episodes. It's just, you guys have impacted our lives so much. Like, I don't think you understand. I'm trying not to do this, but you really have. And hopefully some of that has shown up on screen. And for sure, I hope that we can leave you all with some of that today. So I thank you guys.
Thank you. You're welcome.
All right, now I got to try to remember the things that I want to talk about with y'all today. Okay, so, I want to start with like some of the fun stuff, right? So you guys met in high school?
In the womb.
In the womb.
Our mom's
that is
stomachs
disgusting.
touched. Not the same womb. We were
Not
both
the same
in separate
womb.
rooms.
Yes. Meanwhile, you guys
Separate
were
rooms.
actors in Hollywood already.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so give me, whoever wants to go first, the age, if you're comfortable, or at least the decade that you were in when you met, and how you knew the other person was your person.
We met in 1999. Cash Money Records was taking over for the 99. So when we got married, we walked down the aisle to that song. We were in 11th grade, U.S. History, Miss Chapman's class. I remember that. That is really the teacher. It was really the class. And I remember looking back at her, and I was like, man, she's so pretty. I'm gonna write her a note. And as I was like getting a piece of paper, because in this day you actually wrote notes on paper, folded them for your eyes only. You made a little flap that you pull out. Y'all remember the little, I done put the stank on it now. So I was getting ready to do that, and a dude tapped me. He was like, can you hand her this note? And he beat me to the note punch. And so I like a little mark, I handed it to her and she read it, she opened it, read it, closed it, put it down, and never even looked back at him. And I was like, I'm in. So you're telling me there's a chance. So that's how we met, and I knew she was the one for me. I basically was in the friend zone for 6 months, and just, I just believed in God. Was fasting. In high school, it's like years.
Yeah.
I was just like, it's only you. It's only you. You understand me? I'm in AP math, but it's only you. So I just hounded her, got her friends, got everybody on her side, and her cousin Tony is the reason we started dating. I was walking her home. He was there too. And he's like, come on, cuz, just give him a chance, Come on, cuz, he's a nice guy. She was like, okay, Kevin, yes, I will date him. Are you happy, Tony? And that's how we started. She threw my hand, and I was like, so are we dating, or? And literally, we haven't broken up, and that was May 15th, 2000. Yeah.
Just for Melissa, how did you know? Eventually you guys got married, but how did you know he was your dude?
I I don't know if this is bad, but the honest truth is, I don't think I knew
Yeah.
until after I said I do. In real life, I think the biggest thing about any relationship, it's really a risk.
Yeah.
And so I don't really think that I
Hold
don't
on,
really-
time out. I was trying to hold it in. The whole engagement never gave you no
No. Let me explain what I mean. I mean to say that people have great dating experiences, people have great engagement periods, and marriages, that doesn't indicate a marriage is going to last.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
That's all I mean.
Sure.
And so he was a great boyfriend. Like, he didn't give me any like red flags or anything, but I didn't know. But now that we've been we've been married for 15 years now, I feel like I know now more today than the day I stood on my wedding day.
Right.
I know today that was a great decision 15 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Clean it up.
I think
Clean it up.
So you guys were.
Well, I'm gonna let him tell the story because he always says that I tell it too short. And
You
I'm
just
like,
don't,
well,
you just don't care.
No, I'm like, I guest starred on his show. I didn't like him at first. I thought he was funny and cute. And then we hung out, and then we decided to go out one day just as friends to a comedy store, and then he walked in the door and I went, oh, he's cute. But I never I was working, I didn't notice. So he's gonna tell a much better story. See, this is why I don't tell the story. Go ahead, darling. So
What's the next question?
We're on your
You're a
show.
horrible storyteller.
We're on your show between brothers. I come on to guest
I'll take
star.
it from here, madam.
Okay.
So the producers came to me, and I was doing a show called Between Brothers. Me, Kadeem Hardison, Tommy Davidson. Producers come to me, and they say, 2 people saw that show. That's why they canceled it. So during the time while we were on the air, the producer said, hey, we're gonna be casting someone opposite your character. My character on the show was this, Playboy type. And so now we're casting this woman across from you, and she's gonna play the player. And they said, so who do you think would be good in that role? And so I sat there and I thought about it. I gave him I thought about it for literally about 2 minutes. And I always said, seeing my wife, her on screen before we met, I said, if I ever get time with her, there's gonna be a problem.
Hey.
so. Then you put her on the
I knew it. So when the producers came to me, I gave them this really, the short list, was 3 names on the list. On the top was Salli. And I said, you guys probably won't be able to get her. She's doing a whole bunch of movies. She's always busy, so whatever. And I left it at that. I went home, I come back next morning, producer said, hey man, so we got her. And I was like, got who? I was like, Salli. And I was like, is she?
Like what?
Is she here? He was like, yeah, she's in the dressing room. I'm like, I'll be right back. So I go in my dressing room and I throw on, like my grandmother used to say, I threw on some Smell Good. So to get myself right, I come downstairs, she downstairs, I'm like, okay, hey, good to meet you. Hey, good to meet you. All right.
No, wait,
This is
you're
pleasant.
forgetting. I'm waiting for rehearsal, so I'm in the bed
Now,
waiting for you
hold on,
because
so-
we have a
Oh,
rehearsal
wow. I didn't
of a
forget
scene
that.
in a bed.
I didn't forget that. That's why I'm the storyteller. I teed all this up. So they're like, hey, listen, so the first scene that we're gonna do, guys, is you guys in the bed. And I was like, yeah, that's what I thought. So we're working and everything, and it was awesome because after we get to lunch, or we finally get to lunch, and I said, hey, what are you doing for lunch? She's like, well, I don't know. I said, well, you come to lunch with me. She was like, oh, how you know I want to go to lunch with you? I was like, girl, stop playing, trying to act like you don't want to go to lunch with me. Stop it. We went to lunch 5 days straight.
Wow.
At the end of the week, I said to her, I said, hey, listen, I said, this went up about as good as it could get, and you really surprised me because you were the opposite of what I thought you might have been. If you ever want to hang out, let me know. I would love to. Just give her my number, blah, blah, blah. Done. About a week, must have been about a week. She found out I hurt my hand. She called me. She was about to. Yeah. See that? That's why I do the storytelling. So she calls me. I'm on my way back from San Diego. I watched my boy was playing baseball. Played against the San Diego Padres. I'm coming back. She said, "Hey," she said to Sally. I was like, "Sally who?" She was like, "Richardson." I was like, "My bad. Hey, what's up?" She's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Me and my cousin are gonna go to a comedy show. Do you want to go?" I was like, "Yeah, of course. Bet. Let's do it." So I get to her house. We're about to come out of there. She literally says to me, as she's locking the door, she says, "I'm not gonna be able to spend much time with you." And I was like, "What? Why would you say that?" And she was like, "Because I'm gonna wind up liking you." I was like, "Girl, get out of here." She turned around and locked the door. I was like, "Yeah." So literally, when we first got together, we spent 5 days straight. Like, I didn't go home. I slept with my clothes on.
Yeah, we did not do anything.
We didn't do anything. It was the first time in my life that I didn't try anything. Like, there was something about her that I just felt like, that connection. And every single day, I took her to breakfast. We would go to the mall so I could buy me some new clothes. I didn't go home for 5 days straight. One morning, she said, "I'm gonna make you breakfast." And I said, "Please don't make me breakfast. My family is from the South. I got black women in my family that cook." And I'm like, "As fine as you are, don't mess this up for me. I'll take you to breakfast. I got that part." She was like, "No. I'm gonna make you some salmon croquettes." And I was like, "What'd you say?" And after she made me breakfast, I was like, "Mrs. Whitfield." Yeah. That's literally how that happened. That was 22 years ago.
And Cody, so how did you know I was your person?
Oh. Wait, first off, they didn't, I still need that part of the answer.
Okay, you can get
because
that.
we got the like beginning, the sparks, like I know I like this. But how did you, like being married is forever.
Yes.
So how did you get there?
It was so many different things. She just reminded me of, like, I'm from Brooklyn, she's from South Side of Chicago, like two major cities, like, and you gotta be careful because we come from those kinds of, if things go wrong in our house, somebody could die. You feel me? So you gotta be on the right page. And she was just the outdoors girl, and she just spoke her mind. Really, she's like a Camel cigarette because she don't have no filter. Like whatever she's thinking, it just comes out. And I come from that kind of family, so I was cool with that. We're working on that now, but she started playing golf. I bought her first set of golf clubs. We started taking golf trips. I had a motorcycle, so I would pick her up and we would go on, rides. And then one day she was like, I think I want to ride my own bike. She started riding. I was like, she's riding her own bike. I just knew.
But what I found interesting about what you said was that I feel like, I don't know if our journey was as smooth, we had our ups and downs and breakups to figure out how we work this out, especially in Hollywood and both being in the business and different kind of pressures. But listening to you, I really feel like, I don't know, once we got married, you don't know still.
Right.
And you don't know what you're signing up for.
No.
And I truly believe that now, in our marriage, I know now too, that it was a great choice. We have both grown so much. and grown together. But you know, we've grown together, we've grown apart, we've grown but it's this perfect blend of what it should be. And so I don't know if I knew then, but I know now, and I'm happy to be here. See, I could tell a story.
So the truth is that, you know, him asking me, I was going to echo Melissa in a sense, which you just did. And, you know, when Tommy and I met, we moved in together after 3 months. 2 months?
3 months.
Sheesh, I heard that. I heard that. No, I mean, it was a responsible decision. I didn't appreciate how much he was trying to spend in rent. But, so we did move in together after 3 months. We got engaged after 6 months. And there was so much good there. There was so many things that were just amazing, like the way that he treated me, the way that like us living together there were no issues with that. We had no issues habitating. And we wanted the same things. I would say at the time, my feeling was we want the same things. We both want a nuclear family because we did not have that. And so we can get through anything because that's our end goal, you know? And so that was the feeling at that time, but I would say it's certainly gotten more clear and deeper since. Mm-hmm. It was still what felt like a little bit of a gamble, meaning I felt like you were so great. Like we were so good, but still 6 months was a little scary, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. Tommy's I know what I want and I go after it. And I'm sure, there's no question with this guy. So I was like sort of riding his confidence, to be honest with you. But truly believing in the good in both of us. And obviously, you know, this being our show, like marriage and what it means and the process of it is like something I think about a lot. And we had seen this film, Meet the Patels, which is about arranged marriage. And I remember observing how in marriage, you choose to be committed. And so if I'm going to choose to be committed to someone, then I want to be with someone as good as him. And he wanted the same thing. And so it just made sense.